Welcome back to our channel again. This is Captain Sherry, and today we are going to discuss about ISM code in short. Now, what do you understand by ISM code and why it came at the first place? And it will take you back in the history. A very sad incident happened on 6th of March in maritime industry, killing 193 passengers and crew. And the ship name was Herald of Free Enterprise. It was a Ro-Ro ferry, and it got capsized after leaving the Belgian port. When the root cause analysis was done, the immediate cause of capsizing was found to be negligence of boatswain who was asleep in his cabin when he should have closing the bow door. But the question arises, why somebody did not check on him? Why? What was the reason? Because in 1987, when it happened, there was no checklist. There was no safety management code. No safety procedures were there on board. Everybody was trusting each other and doing things. The proper harmonized system related to safety and pollution prevention was not there, and which lead to something called a ISM code. ISM code is International Management Code for Safe Operation of Ship and Pollution Prevention. What are the two objectives of ISM? One is safe operation of ship. Let it be a cargo operation or navigational watch or navigational operations or maneuvering or mooring operations. Every operation has to be injury free and it should not lead to a loss of life, especially human life. And the second thing is we should not pollute the environment. So the two objectives of ISM, if it is asked in your oral, is safe operation of ship and pollution prevention. If you've opened the book ISM code 2018 edition, which is the latest one, right? And if you go through the contents, there is part A and part B and appendix. Part A is implementation, part B is certification and verification, and appendix is generally having forms of document of compliance, safety management certificate, interim document of compliance, and the interim safety management certificate. Now, sometimes the surveyor asks that, can you tell me the content of the ISM code? It becomes very difficult to remember all these chapters, especially part A chapters, which are very, very important to the surveyor. I will give you a trick to remember these chapters of ISM. So I'm going to tell you a story. And this story, if you remember, you can easily remember the chapters in the crunch examination situations. So basically, the story starts with the cadet. Cadet has received a box from the agent with the envelope, and he has to deliver it to master on the bridge. So let the story start. Let me hand over this box and the envelope to the captain from the agent. Let's go on the bridge. He goes on the bridge. Captain says, "Hi, cadet. Did you receive the envelope? Company has sent us the SMS manual." "Yes, sir. Here is your box. But can you tell me, sir, what is this SMS manual for?" "Oh, nice question, cadet. This is for safety and environment policy." And here comes your chapter number 2, safety and environment protection policy, right? In which the company states its vision and mission regarding the safety and environment policy, which they are going to implement on board the ships. Now, the cadet is asking the captain again, "Sir, is it only your responsibility alone? Company has no role?" "No, cadet. Company has their own responsibility and authority." And here comes your chapter 3, company responsibility and authority. The cadet asked captain again, sir, who does it from the company's side? And the captain says, cadet, please look on the bulkhead behind you. The cadet sees the bulkhead. Oh yes, I have seen DPA posters so many times on the bulkhead. Ah, so it is the DPA. And here comes your chapter 4, designated person assured. Then cadet says, sir, if they are responsible, why you are stressed? Let them take care of it. The master says, cadet, it is not only the company, I am responsible too as a master. And here comes the most important chapter of ISM, chapter 5, master responsibilities and authority. The lot of questions on the oral will be asked on this chapter. Oh, I see. That is why you're stressed. You need to do it alone on ship, right? Now, the cadet is saying and telling the captain that you are alone and you are going to do it alone on ship. That is why you look so stressful. The captain says, no, cadet, I shall use my resources and personnel. I am not alone. I am too old. I cannot do everything at my own. I need my resources and personnel to handle this. And here comes the next chapter, 6, resources and personnel. Now the captain calls his first resource on the walkie-talkie, his right hand. Chief, come in. Where are you, chief? The chief is busy lowering the lifeboat. He said, go ahead, captain. I am at board deck, busy in lifeboat lowering operations. And here comes your chapter 7, shipboard operations. Then the captain says, oh, chief, if you're busy in the lifeboat operations, then we will discuss the things once you finish. I need to discuss something very important to you. Then the captain tells the cadet, let him lower the lifeboat. Lifeboat lowering is very important for emergency preparedness. And that leads to chapter number 8, emergency preparedness. After some time, the chief mate is again establishing the contact with the master. Captain, come in. Sir, I am not able to lower the lifeboat. Now the captain looks worried and he says, oh, chief, that is bad news. Try your best. Otherwise, we have port state control. We will get NC in the port state control. It can also lead to the accident. Do something, chief. And here comes your next chapter, report and analysis of non-conformities, accidents, and hazardous occurrences. Then the captain is angry. He tells the cadet, I have told third officer so many times to do the proper maintenance on lifeboat and its equipment, but he doesn't listen to me. And here comes your chapter 10, maintenance of ship and equipment. Now the captain is ready for his dinner, so he just want to finish with the meeting. He says, let's call the meeting of all ships. All ship staff, brief them about ISM manual and coming audit. And then the captain tells everybody in the meeting, guys, we have ISM audit. Please prepare all your documentation PMS. Here comes your chapter 11, documentation. Now the captain says the final line, guys, please prepare well. Company is going to verify it, review it, and evaluate it. They are going to send a company representative on board for the audit. I don't want to look a fool in front of that auditor. Also, I will verify, review, and evaluate before presenting everything to the auditor. So please prepare well, guys. And then he calls off the meeting. So the last chapter is company's verification, review, and evaluation. So that brings the end to the part A. Okay. Once the master and his crew has done everything right in part A, right, they will be given an interim certificate which will be valid for 6 months. After 3 months, they will come again for the external verification, and then they are going to give you a full DOC and SMC depending on if you pass your audit, external audit. And that should cover part B, chapters of ISM, which is certification and periodical verification. Also interim verification, and the last will be forms of certificate. And that is how you're going to finish and remember the ISM code.
So let us revise the story again. Cadet brings the box on the bridge. Master opens the box to find the SMS manual. Cadet is asking now, Master, what is this SMS manual for? Master replies, this is for the implementation of Safety and Environment Protection Policy, which leads you to Chapter 2, Safety and Environment Protection Policy. Now, Cadet is very confused to see such a big manual, and he says, Captain, are you going to implement this big manual alone? Company has no responsibility and authority. Master says, no, company has also responsibilities and authority, which leads you to Chapter 3, Company's Responsibility and Authority. Cadet asks the master, who does it from shore side? Master replies, have you not seen posters on the bulkhead in alleyways? Oh yes. Cadet replies, I have seen these posters in which DPA name is mentioned. And that leads you to Chapter 4, Designated Person. Then Cadet says, sir, why are you stressful then? If company is going to do it, they are responsible. Master says, no, I am responsible too. It is my responsibility and authority as well to implement ISM, which leads you to chapter number 5, Master Responsibility and Authority. Now, Cadet says, sir, are you going to do it alone on board? I don't think so anybody is interested to implement this manual. Captain says, no, Cadet, I am old. I cannot do it alone. I will be using my resources and personnel, which leads to chapter 6, Resources and Personnel. Now, Captain is calling his right hand, Chief Officer, on the walkie-talkie. Chief, come in. Chief, come in. Where are you, Chief? Chief replies, sir, I am on the board deck. I am engaged in lifeboat lowering operations, which leads you to chapter number 7, Shipboard Operations. Now, Captain tells the chief mate, Chief, you are doing a very important job. Lifeboat lowering operations are very, very important. We should be always ready for emergency, which leads you to chapter number 8, Emergency Preparedness. After some time has passed, Master tells the cadet, find out where the chief mate is. He is not reported. It has been a long time now. He must have finished his lifeboat lowering. He calls the chief mate on the walkie-talkie. Chief mate says, sir, I am still stuck with the lifeboat operation. I am not able to lower the lifeboat. Captain says, oh chief, that is a bad news. Please use all your people to repair it and try to fix this problem. Otherwise, we are reaching the port where we have port state control inspection, and it will lead to non-conformity. Also, it is very, very important because it can lead to accidents as well, which leads you to chapter 9, Reports and Analysis of Non-conformity Accidents and Hazardous Occurrences. Then Master is very angry on the third mate. Call third mate, where is he? Why he has not done proper maintenance on the lifeboat and its equipment? Which leads you to chapter 10, Maintenance of Ship and Equipment. Then Master is ready for the dinner. It is already 1800. He makes announcement and calls everybody on the bridge, and he tells everybody on the bridge that we are expecting a ISM audit. So he says, guys, we have the ISM audit. Get your documentation ready. It will be checked. Also do your PMS, which leads you to chapter 11, documentation. Then crew member says, sir, is it really important? Captain replies, yes, it is important. Company is sending the auditor and he is going to verify, review and evaluate everything. So before you keep all the things ready, I will also come and check. I will do the verification, review and evaluation myself. And that is how chapter 12 will come, company's verification, review and evaluation. And that is how you are going to remember part A. Now let's continue to part B, certification verification. The external surveyor from the MCA has come at the gangway and master is there to greet him. He introduced himself by stating that I am the MC surveyor and I have come here for certification and periodical verification. And that leads to chapter 13, certification and periodical verification. He tells the master, Master, I am going to take away your interim certificate and give you a new certificate. And that leads you to chapter 14, interim certification. Then master says, then why is so delay? Please issue me new certificates and I'll be happy to have them. Surveyor laughs and tells master, Captain, I cannot just give you these new form of certificates. I will be verifying a lot of things first. And after the verification only, new forms of certificate will be issued. And that will lead to chapter 15, verification, and chapter 16, forms of certificate. And that is how you are going to remember part B. I hope you like this story. Thank you very much for paying attention.